Yo, I don't feel bad for Hailey Bieber, like, not even in the slightest. And you wanna know why? You wanna know why? You signed up for this, girl. You knew you were going to be with a broken man. You knew that this man could not be faithful to his previous girlfriend. In fact, you were kind of part of the unfaithful situation, okay? I know that you get blamed for cheating and all whatever, but at the same time, there were some overlaps in the relationship, okay, within breaks and whatnot. I mean, it's pretty clear based off of, if you've watched the 9-part series about how much she stalked him, you knew he was with someone, and yet he was still part of your, 5-year plan? And if you've been on this channel before, you know that I use pop culture to extract spiritual lessons. That's what I use it for. I draw you in with candy, and then I'm like, surprise, bitch, here's some broccoli. So here's the broccoli. Hailey Bieber is a karmic feminine. When a woman is valuing herself and not putting up with her BS anymore, and another woman says, let me come in and steal you from her and I'll put up with your BS, and then she gets treated with that same BS, she asked for it. I'm just saying. Women like her are not a friend to women or men. Instead of respecting his relationship and the woman who was standing up for herself and not allowing access to herself because of how she's being treated, you swooped in and saved him from himself and said, you can treat me that way and I will stay. Thereby devaluing her action of walking away and basically taking away his lesson that he needed to learn. And no, this is not victim blaming. This is not a man who used his charm to prey on a woman. When you look at the context of the situation, she was pursuing him, okay? She was preying on him, especially in a time of vulnerability, because as I've talked about in my last video, he has Lyme disease. And as someone who also has Lyme disease, and it actually got me into a relationship with a narcissist because I was so desperately needing someone's help and care, okay? She definitely came in at a very vulnerable time in his life. And I'm not going to say that Justin Bieber is fully the victim. He's obviously just as toxic as she is, okay? They're kind of, in some ways, they deserve each other. And this is not to condone Justin Bieber's behavior toward women either. He very clearly resents women. He very clearly has misogyny. But when a woman looks at a man with wealth, status, money, and she says, oh, it doesn't matter about his character. I want that opportunity. And that's the way I see Hailey. She was an opportunist. The karmic feminine, women like Hailey who are karmic feminines, they are attracted to status, not character. You got your opportunity, girl. You got to keep your Nepo baby lifestyle because clearly you have no talent or original thought of your own. And this is what you get. You hunted that status down, honey. Do you think, I do not believe for a second that you would have been interested in Justin Bieber if he was not desired by millions of girls around the world and also had all of that money and all of that status. You were a status hunter. You wanted to be the princess of the pop culture world. You wanted to be royalty. It kind of reminds me of that movie Ever After, that's like the Cinderella movie from the early 2000s with Drew Barrymore, and her character, who's the Cinderella character named Danielle, says, you hunt royalty and it's disgusting. And I see the stepsister, Marguerite, as Hailey Bieber. Like that is her character. That's just what I see. So when you value karmic things, what you get is karmic debt and a karmic cycle. So congrats, that's what you got until you're ready and willing to grow out of it and value things that are more important than status and money.